Hello and welcome to another episode of Create with Brenda. I'm Brenda Hillard, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm really excited today to show you a little project that I put together. It's very simple, quick and easy. Your family and friends will love it, and it's the perfect way to send off a sentiment. So let's get started. Again, my name is Brenda Hillard. I can be reached at createwithbrenda.com. This month as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and every month I use a monthly host code. So this month you'll see my host code here, and with a minimum $75 order, this month I am giving all of my customers who place that minimum $75 product order the Christmas Means More stamp set from the August through December mini. So now's the time to start making your list, checking it twice, and getting ready for that holiday or the season of giving and all of your little projects. So let's go to the project I want to show you today. This is what we're going to be doing. It's a very simple punch card, and we'll be using the designer series paper from the Flowers for Every Season 6x6 pack. So the papers are here, and I've chosen the Sunflower and then the Misty Moonlight Speckled DSP. We're going to be using the Rectangular Postage Punch, and then our sentiment comes from the Many Mates stamp set. All right, so to get started, you will need a Whisper White card base that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and then scored and folded at 4.25. And I'm just going to use my bone folder here to get a nice crisp, even edge for my card. And then I'm going to bring in our designer series papers and the rectangular punch. And you will see that I'm going to punch upside down. I like seeing where I'm punching and what I'm punching, and that'll be more apparent when we move to the sentiment, okay? So I'm just going to line up here. I'm going to punch 2 of these. And then I'll bring in the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to punch 2 of those. Perfect. Then I need just a scrap piece of Whisper White cardstock. So I'm going to bring that in. Actually, let me grab just a little bit bigger scrap, and we're going to stamp. Sorry, I thought I got it here. Here we go. So we're going to stamp our sentiment. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight, and these open like a compact. They're the new style ink pads. I'm going to, for those of you who are just beginning or maybe have never stamped, the Mini Mate stamp set is a cling stamp, which means it's a red rubber. It's not see-through. And then it's got the cling adhesive that you put onto the acrylic block, and you can reuse these blocks with all of your different stamp sets. So to stamp, I'm just going to tap, tap, tap lightly on my ink pad, moving around so that it gets inked nicely. And then I'm just going to push down, and I count 1, 2, 3 to allow the ink to reach the paper. And then when I lift up, I get this perfect little sentiment, which then, this is where I was telling you it comes in really handy. So you're going to put your greeting wherever you want it within the rectangle, and by holding the punch upside down, you can center it perfectly. You punch, and there's your perfect little piece. All right. So I think we have everything we need. I am going to close my stamp set, or stamp pad, just to keep it, the longevity of my pad, a little bit longer. So I'm going to bring in all of my punched pieces now. And using Stampin' Dimensionals, these are our little hexagon shaped double-sided foam pieces that help build dimension on our cards. I'm going to add one to the top. Actually, I'm going to change my mind on this. I'm going to put one on each corner. I live in Minnesota, and the humidity is pretty crazy here at times throughout the summer. And so to keep my card crisp and looking nice, I'm going to double up on dimensionals. So now don't worry about where you place this, just kind of eyeball so that this distance, or this border and this border, are about the same, okay? Now I'm going to take the blue and I'm going to add the 4 dimensionals to each corner there. And these have, like, I call them like wax paper backings. Take those off. Don't worry about this space, but worry about getting this line even, okay? So there's that. Let's take our floral piece again, the second one, and we're going to add those 4 dimensionals. I know this seems a little redundant, but it really does turn out quite cute. Again, now we aren't going to worry about this distance. We're going to worry about this edge, okay? So just make sure that you've got a nice straight line coming down. And now let's put dimensionals, the 4 on the back of our last punch piece. And this is that blue, the Misty Moonlight, which is really pretty. All right. And now again, like I said, I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to worry about this edge and this edge. So that's where I want it. So you see how you don't really have to worry about placement there. Now for our sentiment piece, we're going to do that same thing. I'm going to take 4 of the dimensionals, 1 on each corner of our rectangle, and we're going to just pop that up right on the middle. See? Do you like? I do. I think they're bright. I think they're cheery and fun. I do want to grab just a spool of ribbon, and this time I'm going to use the Bumblebee. It's a small gingham checked ribbon. I'm just going to tie, and I always go from the end of my bolt like this and tie bows. And you guys, I know that there's an art to tying bows, but it really just comes, I believe, with practice. I know people that come to my classes are just like, no bows. But that's how I do it, and there's very little waste with it. If you don't like tying bows, you can always just do a knot like this, and then just cut your ends at an angle, and you can add it like that. So don't shy away from making bows. It's all good. I am going to take a glue dot and add it to the bow, and then just put that right on the very bottom of my card. So I could leave it like that and be perfectly content and feel good about sending that off in the mail to somebody that I'm thinking of. Otherwise, and this always speaks to the color coordination Stampin' Up! Is so excellent at, but these little, they're the 2022 in color enamel dots. They match with this Designer Series paper pack perfectly. Let me grab one here. I'm just going to add, and I can add a blue, and I can add a cinnamon cider. If I can pick it up. There we go. So there, a little embellishment, a little bling, thinking of you. Who wouldn't love getting that card? Thank you for joining me today. I love comments. You can leave them down below. You can also subscribe to my channel, and pressing the bell, you will be notified of any new upcoming episodes. So stay tuned, everybody. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.